Hi ETL folks, welcome to this presentation. This presentation is intended for ETL enthusiasts. This is for ETL junior guys or freshers or who are interested in learning the ETL concepts. Okay, um, let's get into the presentation. Today topic we're talking about is power center projects. What are the general types of projects that in ETL real world? I may be giving some information, not I can't give all different types of projects that are available. That I'm just trying to give a typical projects, whatever we generally are, frequently hear these words. So I'm just starting with that. So let us start with that. So there are typically four different types of projects we see in the ETL world. One is development, enhancement, migration, and production support. Development. Something project is starting just now from the scratch. To the requirement may be to integrate several different source systems, load it into an integrated data hub and then data warehouse building or data mart building for end user reporting purposes or decision making purposes. That's the development one. That means we don't have anything in the production yet. Development is starting from the beginning. Now the enhancement. Enhancement is something project is already there in production and some of the enhancement is coming for each and every module. Say for example, I have a module which covers only couple of source applications, whereas new application is coming in now to load the data again. Say for example, I have account data which is coming from Gold, Mars, and now something else, CHH, is started now to integrate into this enhancement. So those type of changes are the changes which are already there. The code is already there. We just need to include some different logic now. Say for example, earlier for a particular dimension they said it's a type 1 dimension only, they wanted it. Now they wanted slowly changing dimension type 2. Type 2 implementation is something new that we will be doing it. That is like enhancement you do. Okay, migration project. Migration means the data load, end user reporting, these things are already been there but with a different technology. Say for example, Java is taking care of that. Now the management maybe realized that ETL will be faster than Java and want to start with Informatica. They will be doing this migration project. That means one technology converting into another technology. And the last one is production support. That means all the project, whatever we thought of several, say for example, I have several source systems or applications we already integrated into a particular database, and then on top of this database we are building data warehouse and data marts. This project is already there in production. I have only four sources, four is already there in production, so there is no more enhancement, there is nothing else coming in, but we have only production support. That means production support team makes sure every day's load is happening correctly, on time, right time, without any issues or errors. So that is the responsibilities of the production support team. Let us go to the next slide. So here we will be discussing about the different support levels or support level teams we have. In general, I'm talking about not a particular project. In general, we have these things. Okay, there are three levels of projects, support levels: L1, L2, and L3. So L1 is a team who may not be knowing the Informatica. They will just monitor the jobs. They will monitor the failure emails, or they will monitor the business email that has to come by 9 a.m. but they are not coming yet. Those type of things they will see. And if a user expecting some data which is not present, so user might be calling to these L1 guys and say that this data is not present. So they'll immediately, these L1 guys, any errors or alerts comes, or any user wants some data to be exported, or some data is not present, you want it to be escalated, then L1 team starts raising tickets for L2 or L3 teams to take care of those issues. And L1 team monitors the failures or monitors the SLA time for data to be available to the end user, and escalate that issue to L2 and L3. All all alerts and business teams um, communications will be happening from L1. So now, and they will also do SOP execution. SOP execution will be there in the coming slides. L2 team takes the ticket from L1 and further analyze the issues, if any, either failures or data is not available, or long running jobs. Those things will be analyzed by the L2 team. L2 team will jump into the L1 issue and then see uh, all the logs that are available at Unix level as well as Informatica level, and find what's happening in the load, and then fix this issue if they can, but not the code issues. They can't change any code in production. They will just see what is the issue and what are the temporary solutions they can take care of it. Say for example, every day a job runs in 30 minutes, but now it is running more than 1 hour and nothing is getting loaded. So those type of things, or some data is not available, they will start investigating why data is not available, or what happened actually, or what data is available. That is being investigated by L2 team, and they find a root cause analysis and they will do some fixing. Say for example, Informatica job is running but there is no status. That means some integration service hung up or some network glitch happened. That's why integration service went down and went up immediately, but Informatica monitor is not showing that. So sometimes restart the job will help to uh, recover from the failure, or recover from the data issues, and then load will complete on time if if it is running for long time. And if that is not the issue, in general, root cause analysis is like they will further investigate and see how they can fix. If it is a code issue, say for example some source file has an issue of data is not properly coming, then they will contact source team and find out whether they can get a new file, and then they will start the job again. So those type of things they can do. Restart they can do, they can stop the jobs, they can abort the jobs, they can investigate, they can get the source files from source team and rerun again. So these what the things they can do. L2 guys. L3, L3 is something like bug fix is there, some the code issue is there. Earlier, say for example, I have given a particular port or a column as integer which can accept 10. Now I'm getting a data more than 10. Say for example, I'm getting big int data now, and the int is not able to capture that big int data. Then it will fail. It's a code change we have to do. In such case, L3 team will be called, and L3 team has to do enhancement or bug fix code fixes, and they will do deployment. They will deploy the code from development as per their procedures. In general, development and going to production will be taking longer time. Like once developed code and tested, unit tested, and it has to go to QA. Testing team will test it, and after that it will go to pre-production. Then end users will test it, and once they give go ahead, and it will go to production. It will take some 1 month of time or something. So say for example, this issue can't wait because this integer begins are coming daily, and that means this issue or this failure will be happening daily. So nobody is ready to take that issue. So immediately this will be fixed as an emergency code fix, and in 1 or 2 days they have to finish the development. They have to immediately ask users and user approvals. They have to validate the data and they give the approval, and then it will go to production immediately. There are two types of changes, like bug fix and enhancement. Bug fix is something it can't wait more than 1 week, so they will immediately move it into production. And there is enhancement that can wait, so they'll wait for 1 month and they have to do investigations, unit testing properly, and then they will send it to production. That is the three different levels of support here. Next slide, I'll be talking about the terms that we just talked about. So like SOP execution is something standard operating procedure, which which is a document, approved document between the parties, which has steps what to do or how to load the data. It don't have any other details, only steps to load the data for L1 team, because L1 doesn't know Informatica. So they will just simply apply these steps on a particular workflow. I will give more examples in the coming slides. For now, just think in that way. Okay, which has SOP is a standard operating procedure document given to L1 support guys. So L1 support guys will be executing it as per their steps. Okay, and second one is root cause analysis. We already discussed root cause analysis. Third one is development deployment procedure. As I told you earlier, once development is done, you'll do unit testing. After unit testing, you will be putting into the QA environment or SIT environment, SIT environment, where the testing team will test the data and will put it into pre-prod environment. End users will see if data is okay, then it will go to production. This is like a procedure. So these 4 or 5 steps is the procedure. That is the development deployment procedure. After that, we have enhancement in the code or bug fix code changes. These are also like a development thing, depends on the severity of the issue. If issue has to be immediately applied in the production, then it's like emergency bug fix, otherwise enhancement of the code. SLA is a service level agreement that is between the application owner or business and the production support team company. Okay, if there are 3 different types of severity issues. Severity 1 issue, say for example production is failed with some issue, that's like a production issue that has to be immediately investigated and is sorted out in within 30 minutes. That is severity 1 issue. If severity 2 issue is something we can wait till 1 or 2, 3 hours and we have to contact the source team and get the new data and then load it in, it's like something severity 2 issue. Severity 3 is something development team can take care of changes in from 3 hours to 24 hours of time. So that is service level agreement. Let us get into standard operating procedure example. Gold is an example. I'm giving an example of a particular application. Gold is an application which needs data to be loaded from IRS site, which is available every month by 15th of the month. Unfortunately, say for example, Gold doesn't have a process or the process which has some security issues to download the files from this public site. So support team has to check site. That's why we don't have any automated process. Now the steps what we have to say is support team has to check IRS files availability every month by 15th of the month, from 15th to 20th of the month. If files are available, then we'll just continue loading the data into lookup tables. Okay, so development team what is this SOP? Who will create this SOP, right? So SOP is a document created by development team before moving into production and while transmission to the development to production. So they will give the KT, knowledge transfer to production team, how to support this application, particularly while loading this IRS data. We'll give some document of steps. So development team will give some document of steps to help how to load data from IRS site to data mart. Okay, so I'll try to give here the SOP example. I try to give some set of steps. Generally, these are the steps we'll put it in the document. Okay, so simple instructions only. It won't have any specific Informatica level explanations at all. It will give you what to do. That's it. Okay, so IRS load process I'm giving it this way. So this document helps. What is this document, right? This document helps with the steps how to load IRS site data into Gold Data Mart. Okay, so what I'm saying, first go to this website. Okay, check whether data is available. If data is available, then download all 6 files. Okay. And step 4, place these files into Unix folder: root, infa, pc, gold, source file. This is some sample example I'm giving. It may not be same for every application. Okay, source files location, we are placing the files in source file location. And after that, there is a workflow in gold DM Informatica folder called workflow gold IRS monthly load. Just trigger the workflow, monitor the job. If job is successful, then send an email to business that data load is completed. They can verify if they want to. Okay. Step 7, if it's failed, then see why it is failed and raise a ticket to L2 team to investigate further. So that is the standard operating procedure example. That's all for this presentation, folks. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Keep learning new things. Have a good one.